Uh, think Sovellius would walk over to Merchant and somebody was like, "Are you using the good silk? I mean, there are some abandoned tents here. We could probably just... This is some pretty sturdy leather and burlap."
Oh, it's fine. This is how you treat guests. I used to escort them into the temple. This is how we do things. As I walk over to Kezzie and take all sorts of various measurements of her, including like depth of head.
Pretty important for a
Wow.
cowl.
Hold still. I need you to put your chin out. It's very important.
She extends her neck a little bit.
Can you do that neck thing again? The thing with the things come out on the side of your head?
She frills up and shakes.
Thank you. Just sitting there jotting down every random measurement he could possibly think of. And over the course of traveling produces a cloak that is honey-colored, almost a similar color to Kezzie's eyes, and has a deep enough cowl that should she pull it all the way forward, it will actually cover the entire depth of her face.
Yay. What about her tail? She kind of smushes it around.
It's that can only work in so many dimensions. You're gonna have a bit of tail pokage there. There's nothing that can be done. Besides, there's tieflings about. Tails are par for the course.
What's tiefling?
They're fine folk. They have, horns and tend to be differently, variously colored. It's generally good folks.
I don't want to talk about how close I was to just throw in the tea.
Tiefling.
About what time in the day is it?
It is like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So you could probably keep traveling for a few hours, and make it to Greenest, like, just as the sun was setting.
Very lightweight, very breathable, good material. Don't, yes. Well, I guess we could probably head along the road. Aegis, you mentioned, I'm sorry, was it Aegis? Was it Aegis?
Aegis is fine.
Aegis? Okay, Aegis, I apologize. So, you said it was, Greenwich? I forget, the smaller town?
Oh, yes, Greenest? Or Greenest?
So there's a nest there? Yes.
Well, I think I can actually,
What it sounds like.
Sovellius will pull out, like, one of his mini maps and be like, oh, well, I mean... And, like, kind of chart out which road to take and be like, I think it's
While
somewhere
he's doing
around
that,
here.
Merchant walks over, hits a bunch of random things on the side of his cart. Everything folds back up, and 2 seats pop out of the back.
That was pretty cool.
That looks like a death trap.
Yeah, we usually don't operate the levers when anyone's inside.
I can see why not.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Need approximately 11 minutes.
You could just sit in this.
I need 11 minutes, and then in an hour I'll need another 11 minutes.
You could just sit in a seat. I can
Yeah,
take
but
us
I
all
already
there.
started. Yeah, but I got this spell and I need to use it. It cost me 300 gold.
See, I just spent enough gold to get a carriage and then played Pimp My Carriage. I give everybody a place to sit, and they're like, no, that's fine. I'd rather walk or summon a ghost horse.
I think Sovellius
Demon
is like
horse.
deep in his map still and is just like getting to his usual spot on the card.
Heading towards Greenest. The next few hours are probably gonna go by with no real ruckus, as the warm sun drifts by with a nice soft wind. You see it gets to later afternoon, as you approach the small hamlet of Greenest, as it's a bit darker now. It's about let's see, I said it would take 3. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock. As you see passing farmland and a few children that are in orange and red festive outfits. You pass by a few simple homes that are just closing up shop. But you do see the general store as you're passing by, and a weathered older halfling comes out and says, "Closing in 15 minutes, last chance to buy fireworks."
Well, I'm not one to pass up on so many. Like, I think Sovellius is already walking towards that halfling.
I'm honestly ignoring him. I can make my own fireworks.
I want to look. I think I really plan on buying any, but kind of want to look.
I will say, as the player, if I can set off a bottle rocket in combat, it's happening. So I want to.
Seeing you all, he waves and says, hello there. Are you looking for anything before I close up? You're a bit late for the Harvest Festival, although it's continuing on for a few days after this.
What do you have for something small, portable, loud, or just has packs of wallop?
Oh, well, I don't have anything too special, just a simple bottle rocket. That's about it.
And what's your cost?
Pardon?
What was the going rate for them?
Oh, well, we sell them pretty cheap here. Usually only 10 copper.
How many do you have left?
Oh, quite a few. Few of the parents don't want anybody playing with the fireworks since last year there was a little bit of a fire, but it wasn't my fault.
I will take... Let's see. I'll take a dozen.
Oh, a dozen, will ya?
But get a bulk discount. I'll give you 1 gold. Oh, wait, no, sorry. 10. It's 10 silver. 10 copper, right? So silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's gonna he'll take a gold piece out. And be like, bulk discount. What do you say?
Sure, I'll give you a deal.
And he'll trade the 1 gold for the 12 bottle rockets.
Okay. As long as you're not going to use it for any nefarious means.
Oh no, I promise not.
Well, that's good. The
One
mayor's...
use a bottle rocket for nefarious means.
Well, you could start a fire with it. Or blow something up.
You could start a fire without a bottle rocket. And that's all I'm gonna say.
That is true. But anyways, I hope you all have a good night. If you want, the Greenest Inn is just down the road. We don't usually get that many travelers around, so they probably have a few rooms available.
Aegis is is gonna kind of wait till Sovellius kind of steps away just a little bit, and I'm gonna kind of lean in. So this I heard this town was founded by some rogue. Is that true? He says it to the person that was selling the fireworks.
Oh, to the person. I thought you were asking the
Yeah,
party
yeah, yeah.
members. Sorry.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
super
no. I
confused.
kinda
I was
let
like,
them
who
get
are
some
you asking?
distance.
Severus? Because I don't think so. I don't know. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Where is it? He says, "Oh, yes, it's an interesting story. There was this halfling named Darva Scatterheart, and she referred to herself as the Queen of Greenest, and she wanted it to become a thriving community, and dreamed of it actually to become as big as Waterdeep. So she apparently stole a great fortune from this noble in Waterdeep, and sadly didn't live long enough to see how great the town's been. I mean, we're only a populace of 400, but we have safe winters, and we rarely get attacked, and our children are healthy."
I'd heard stories that you all might be cursed or something. That I just kind of assumed that the bad things were happening here, but that sounds very pleasant, actually.
Well, I don't know who would tell you that, but
Well, to be fair, it was a bandit that was trying to rob me. So,
I've been hearing news about a few merchants being attacked on the road. I'm glad that's
Yeah.
why I just live here with my wife and my children. I don't like traveling, and I don't want to travel.
well, if that ever changes for any reason, do be careful. And thanks again for telling me the story. I kind of scurry along to catch up.
So what would you like to do? The town is yours.
I'm assuming if the firework guy is closing up, pretty much the festival's like died down for the night.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you all say? Should we get a room, or should we try to make camp outside of town?
Outside.
Yeah, I don't know if this one's a big fan of towns.
Had
Good
to
with
be with the
either.
other place. But here warm.
Well, I'm personally I'm all right with either.
We have been traveling for quite some time. I wouldn't mind an actual bed to sleep in, but
Leave.
oh, would you like to put it all up to a vote? I mean, I don't want to be bossing anyone around. I just
Yeah, I'd say we could do that.
I mean, we could always check out the prices and see if they're absurd. If not, then we can tell them to bugger off and we'll go stay in the woods.
Yeah, for a festival, those fireworks seemed kind of cheap. I mean, I'm not.
Well, we could also just not stay together.
There could also be a middle ground.
We only met you 4 hours ago.
True. Well, maybe we could meet up in the morning and see some of the festival.
Lovely.
Kezzie didn't look too enthused about the festival.
So I would say I go to the inn as well, just because
Yes, maybe we can see if they have a stable for your horse, or maybe see if they mind if merchant parks his cart. I mean, they don't have to know that we are
that would be nice.
salesmen. And then
I'm
merchant, if they don't give us trouble, maybe you could have some nice prime real estate for sales tomorrow.
It's a fantastic idea. We'll just clamber up to the top of the cart and unhook the sign and shove it in the back.
I think like Sovellius will like run up to the if the guy didn't like fully close up. Was it like an actual like shop, or was it like a guy with a cart full of fireworks?
it was a general store. There's a sign
Oh,
over
okay,
it that's sorry, I'm not the best at describing sometimes.
No, that's fine.
It's a general store that has a sign over it that says Ander and Sons over it. And you going inside to go get the fireworks, you would have seen that it is a store with like a lot of like dried fruits and salted meats and basically any like food that travelers might need, that sort of thing.
People eat food. What a joke. So inefficient.
It's gonna like. Now that I know it's a general store, then Sovellius is not gonna ask this person. Never mind. So I think we'd head off towards the inn, possibly.
Okay.
Stable first. Is there a stable? Do we see a stable on our way?
Is there a stable? I have a whole list
Or-
of actual places on here. I think the inn would have a stable.
Perfect.
Yeah. Heading through the town, you notice that it's not like the festival is completely over. It's more like the games of the day is over, so the throwing a ball at a bunch of bottles and that sort of thing, and different like little games like that for the kids are over. But there's still people around, as a few people passing by are kind of giving the merchant like an odd glare, not like in a weird like what are you doing here type thing, but kind of like what are you type look as they're passing by.
Giant robot just rolling around town on a carriage.
Yeah. But heading to the center of town, you see it is a very nice little area with a well, and then there's a inn nearby with a tap room right across from it.
I do have one question though.
Mhm.
Are these all bonfires we're seeing, or is the city on fire right now? Or are we on the wrong map?
Well, it's a fireworks incident all over again.
It's
give the kids fireworks and
No,
then
it's
things
the-
get on fire.
no, it's the various torches and like throughout town.
Okay, good.
I was
Just
trying to
making sure.
find like a nice nighttime thing with like torches. So
Oh no,
that way I could-
it looks great, but just for
Yeah.
a split second, I was like,
Oh, if the town was on fire, you would know, right, Lexi? Because I usually put like a whole bunch of flames everywhere. It's like
yeah, I just didn't know if it was like this is the. We're supposed to see a plane map when we went to sleep, and then we wake up in the middle of the night and fire.
no.
But yes, I guess we pop into the tavern and
Okay. Oops. I couldn't find a good tavern map, so I feel really bad about that.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah. But heading into the inn, you see a slightly empty inn room. But you do see a few people there sitting and drinking, as you also see a bartender. Very pretty half-elf woman with dark brown hair who sees all of you and says, "Oh, hello there. How can I help you? Welcome to the Greenest Inn. It's the best rest that you'll get in this area."
I believe we were looking for a place to park our carts, stable a horse, and bed down for the night. Be ready and early for the morning festivities.
Oh, of course. I'm Arania. I can get you whatever you need. I'll get you your drinks and get the stable boy to help with the carts. You can just leave it outside.
Thanks.
What was I gonna say?
I think I'm gonna go give the stable boy a hand because I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna be well. I don't trust Buttons to listen to him.
You don't trust who to listen to him?
The Steel Defender.
Oh yeah, so did anybody else want to go out with him?
Yeah, I'll usually try to like keep Merchant in eyesight.
I
Just
also
make
don't
sure-
want him to get fingerprints on her finish.
Yeah, as you step out, you see a like young 10-year-old human who's like looking at the Steel Defender going, like he doesn't know what to do. He's just staring at it going, am I supposed to like pet it or hit it? Or he's just staring at it.
Just
then he
stands
sees you.
motionless.
And he's like, I didn't touch it, I swear.
No, it's fine. She's finicky. Buttons. Follow the boy.
I'll just
Not all night. Not all night, Buttons. Not all night. Just until he gets you with the other horses.
He's not gonna like eat the horses, is he?
He's just not any more than I would.
Do you eat horses?
I don't eat.
Oh, okay. Well, I will take care of your metal horse thing and
There's
your cart.
a live one over there too.
Yeah, I'll also take care of your horses for you. Make sure they're watered and fed and even check their hooves for you.
I will say, Sovellius, like when he's like going back into the tavern, he's going to check for like any etchings, like to see if there's anything in like Thieves' Cant or like hobo markings of like, is this a safe place to stay? Is there a mark? If I talk about certain things, am I going to get a free meal? Like that kind of, if there was anything left for me
Okay,
by a
sure.
fellow person of the trade.
1 second. Just looking to see if there's anything like that. Nope. You look around and you see a few random paintings and random scratches on the walls, and but you don't see any markings or anything.
Seems this town has not been foiled yet. Good.
Sorry.
Heatherly,
Yeah, you might-
where's the stables at?
It would just be outside, to like the right side of the inn.
Would everybody have left by then and gathered up at the inn?
Yeah, I went straight in basically.
Looks like it's time for Kezzie to have a buffet.
Right.
Yeah,
This doesn't
Kezzie's
sound
gonna try to
dangerous at all.
sleep in the stables. Quote unquote sleep.
Okay. Currently just feeding the horses, and then kind of looks and stares at the very strange mechanical buttons creature. And then after a while you see, after a few minutes, you kind of see him checking out the cart, and then he begins to like try to open it if he can. Is it locked?
Oh my god. That boy's gonna die.
Very, very much locked, I'm assuming. Because, right, I mean, Jay, if Merchant had not purchased locks beforehand, I think that would have been the first purchases he made Merchant do.
I mean, correct. Mind you, also, the controls for the entire thing are not obvious. They are hidden.
Okay, yeah, but he's just like basically pulling on the door, and he's trying to figure out if he can like open it, and then he like just gives up
It's locked.
and then leaves.
She kind of just giggles silently to herself within her head. Silly boy. And then she goes to sleep.
Okay. The rest of you, what would you like to do?
So I'm guessing the inn would, or the stables would be right here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I decided to be a good DM, so I don't have the horses and everything, but where is it? There is your inn. Ta-da!
Yay!
I still have that in the horses though.
I'm in this right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, basically, while they was outside, I kind of came up and started conversation with the barkeep. Basically just asking around about the festival. So, what all do they do here for the festival?
Oh, well, we usually just celebrate a good harvest, or if we've had a bad one, but we've had a pretty good harvest this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we normally have a few games and a few tests of strength and that sort of thing. There's one thing I find really silly. They take a very large log and they see how far they can throw it.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun.
I mean, with me, I'm better with archery.
See, so they have some type of log throwing, maybe any arm wrestling or fighting or just regular wrestling. What else do they compete in? You said archery. Do they have archery tournaments as well?
Well, a few contests, just to see who's the better marksman.
Awesome. Are any of those going on tomorrow?
Oh, yep. They usually go on for a couple of days at least. And the last day we usually have a great big music festival, and it's supposed to be really fun.
That sounds awesome. So, do y'all have bandits come here very much, or?
Oh, bandits? No, not usually. Been hearing about a few people getting attacked on the road, that sort of thing.
Yeah. What about treasure hunters? Has anyone ever came here looking for treasure?
Well, there's always adventurers looking to see if they can find something special hidden in the mountains or the hills. I know there's this one person who's hiring a few people to protect his wagon up near Neverwinter.
Oh, I see. How far off is Netherwinter from Baldur's Gate?
A few couple hundred miles. Would
That's
take
pretty
at least,
far.
take at least a week or so to get there.
I see. And just for reference, Neverwinter's pretty far from here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we really haven't had any bandits or anything, but we have had, well, we've had a few cows get killed. Some people think
Have
it's wolves or something like that.
I see. Have you ever heard any rumors of Darvis burying the gold or the treasure that she had stole in this town?
You mean Darva?
Darva, yeah, not Darvis. Darva.
Well, there's always the occasional person who wants to find treasure, but I mean, really, there isn't any treasure in the hills, sadly. You might be able to find some treasure in this old cave in the east. I heard that there's apparently this old temple that's hidden way underneath, but that was always my dad telling me weird stories.
I see. Do they I'd only recently been told about the story of Darva and kind of getting some history on Greenest here. Did they ever know what she did with the fortune that she had stole from the nobleman?
Oh, she invested in this town.
Ah, I see. That would make sense how she was able to found the town. What happened? What happened to her?
Oh, well, she ventured into the north and went treasure hunting for a few years, and she was a very famous adventurer, and one day she just didn't come back, so people assumed that she had died.
Oh,
And then her son took over, and then his son took over, and then, so on and so forth.
I see. So who's in charge of the town now?
Currently, it's in charge of Governor Nighthill.
I see.
He's a good mayor of sorts.
See. Well, I appreciate the information and the conversation. I think I'll go enjoy a few drinks now.
Of course. Did you need a drink list or anything like that?
Just some ale, just whatever you have accessible will be fine.
Of course. And our rooms are pretty warm, but they're also not cheap, I would say, but at least you won't be paying a bunch of gold like you would in Waterdeep.
I see. And how much does the room and board go for?
Let's see. All the questions today, guys. It's it'll be 2 silver pieces per night. Per person.
That's not too terrible. We have there's 4 of us. I'll cover the room and board tonight. And how much was the drink?
Oh, it's... Oh my goodness. How much are drinks? It is 4 copper a mug.
And what about for like a picture?
Oh, for a picture, it would be 2 silver pieces. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I just hand her a gold piece for the room and board drinks. Oh, I just realized I feel like we're in the kitchen of this inn.
Oh.
Oh, whoops.
What the
Yeah,
heck?
this is definitely the bar down here.
Oh, it's because I copied your tokens around. I copied your tokens and I didn't place them correctly.
I was
Sorry.
looking around. I was like, "Wait, where's the table? Where am I
Sorry,
going
my
back to
brain's not
sit?"
working today. I also need to keep
Uh,
setting the grid back on because I keep messing up the tokens.
Think-
Oh,
Um,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna like we don't actually have to like do the actual wording out, but like Sovellius will like semi awkwardly, but kind of ask the same questions, but like focus more on the like treasure being lost and like this and that. But he's going to also ask questions in Thieves' Cant, which will take him a lot longer, and just see if she picks up on any of it. And just be like, any deal in this town? Should I be worried about someone? But like it takes him like she's gonna be annoyed if she doesn't understand at all, because it'll take him like 10-15 minutes to ask like, oh, and which way was the cave? But like he's saying like a bunch of double talk and like other words.
She sadly won't know what you're saying.
Oh, that's fine.
But she will say oh, it's interesting. I know somebody who kind of talks like that.
Oh, really? Fan of cards or chess, or is he or she or they around?
Oh, he sometimes visits the inn. He's a guest of the mayor's or the governor's, but he hasn't been around in the last day or so.
Could you give me a brief description of him, so if I know I bump into him?
Oh, he's about 5'9". He has black hair, olive skin. He's a half elf, and he is well, he's nice, but he's very, very, I don't know what the word is because I can't think about it. I can't think of it. He's very closed off. Like I've asked him, you know, his business or if he's a merchant or anything, but he hasn't really told me anything.
Good to know. I much appreciate it. And he's gonna like throw an extra like silver on the table. It's like, well, I'll have a drink with my compatriots and probably be heading to sleep. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, of course. And if there's anything else that you need, let me know.
Hot meal, if you don't mind. Oh, also, is there a butcher in town with quantity over quality?
Quantity over quality? I mean, we do have a local hunter.
Okay, good to know.
Uh,
They frequent in, or they bring in your usual kills, or
Well, he usually brings in whatever is in season. For example, tonight we have a bunch of deer. So we
venison.
have,
Yes, I haven't had some in quite some time.
so we have some stag steak if you'd like.
Sounds delicious.
And that'll be and she kind of looks you over and she says, and the food prices sadly have gone up a bit high, so I'm very sorry to let you know, but the food prices are about 5 gold pieces.
Sovellius knows he's getting worked over. He's like, "Oh, that is quite a shame. I seem to have been filled up at the moment. I'm just gonna head to my room then. Thank you." And he's gonna like probably say in Elvish, like, "Nice try. I appreciate the effort."
All right, fine. It's just the regular price of a silver.
He'll put a second silver on and accept that price, even though he'll do it like smirk as he does it, accepting that she dropped it down. She had a silver tip, and he got himself a steak.
She does walk over to the rest of you and says, is there anything else I can get all of you? We have ale, of course, and of course we also have some steak that comes with a side of cheese or mashed potatoes if you'd like.
Yeah. Could I get some of the steak and the potatoes, please?
Well, I don't particularly eat, but if you could do me a favor and take 5 steaks raw and put them on the stoop of my carriage in the stables.
Is that for the horses? Because I believe that our stable boy, that I totally forgot what I named him.
It's how I age them for trade.
I want to say Jimmy for some reason. That's not right.
Jimmy!
What was the fucking stable boy's name?
Depends what crew he's rolling with. Sometimes he's known as Jimmy, you know.
It's just how I age them for trade. It's an old trick. It's an old secret.
All right.
Old merchant secret.
Well, I'll do that for you. And was there anything else that you'd like?
Be it for me.
I don't need anything else myself.
All right.
Yeah, I think
I think Otter's AFK, just reading his book in the corner.
Okay.
You put it in the Discord chat.
He just returned.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
so. We have 2 people that don't need to sleep.
Correct.
Sovellius will probably ask like Merchant, he's like, I think there's a. Let me check this. I think when he goes to bed, he's like, do you mind staying on watch? I feel like getting a full night's rest tonight.
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess I would hand them all room keys as well.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Much appreciated.
Thanks.
Consider it a gift from the bandits.
Did your friend with the book also want some food as well? Or some ale?
I did my order like 20 minutes ago in chat.
I wasn't reading chat. I'm sorry. I was
You're
answering
good.
6 questions from Jace about
place is-
the history of the entire town and treasure that I
Yeah.
had to make up. And
Yeah, no, I'm
Fucking-
literally just sitting by the fire with an endless supply, or with as much tea as they'll give me overnight, studying my spell book.
okay, sure, yeah, just
God,
all
this
the
place is gonna
endless
get.
tea.
He's gonna give this place a 1-star Yelp review.
Wi-Fi was terrible.
Yeah, you can get some very delicious tea, which reminds me, I have some chai tea that I bought today. But one second, I kind of want to read what was in chat. Kezzie's asleep. That's kind of cute. And how much for your tavern? Oh my goodness. It was the stable boy all along. Damn it! You figured it out. But yes, as you're sitting in the tavern, she goes and gets your food, so I don't have to like RP you guys waiting or whatever. And she basically is just cleaning and basically cleaning up anything that's on the tables, as it looks like it has been a very, very messy day, at least for her. In the barn, she goes and puts the food down, which Kezzie, with your perception, would be able to hear, I think, even without the -5 if you were sleeping.
Mhm.
And then she heads back and just keeps serving Rowan plenty of tea. As you hear her just like mumbling to herself, and as she's like reading a book. It seems like a pretty quiet night. A few people do come in. Oh, I forgot to make character sheets for their tokens. I have them right here.
As a side, how much did our group get a good look at the ruffians that were beat up by our paladin?
I mean, I think you would have like a kind of a good look.
Okay. Did the description of like the tanned half elf kind of match the guy that was like talking to Aegis?
It could be.
Okay.
I seen Joshua's face, but not much else. He had a cloak on.
What was I gonna say? You see 2 people come in. One is a half elf, and one is a human. Both just rush in and go sit down as Arenia goes to serve them, and goodness, I have not enough desk space. As probably the merchant, we'll be able to hear them over talking about how, no, we should be able to go do whatever we want because the mayor can't tell us what to do. Well, we could go get in trouble, you know? I mean, I think you're crazy anyways. I don't think anything is going on. Well, you're my husband. You should be able to listen to me and believe me when I think that somebody's going to attack us. And that's what you hear as they rush in and sit down.
You said it was just merchant that heard that, right?
Actually, yeah. No, actually, probably Rome would have heard that too. Actually, probably all of you would have. Yeah, probably.
I know I have a pretty low perception.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. God. Sorry. I'm looking at my Mondays group for some reason. No, I think only Merchant would hear that because Sovellius is asleep. And
Oh no, I came back out because I realized that we didn't all go to like bed.
okay, then both you and Merchants would have heard it.
Okay.
Because
Merchant's probably gonna spend the night right there, and that's where he's gonna do his sentry's rest.
I'm gonna sit here the entire night reading my book.
Okay, because I was gonna say that you and Sovellius have the same passive perception, but if you're reading your book, you probably wouldn't hear it because you're just ignoring everything.
It's more of just I wouldn't care.
Okay.
I think.
I think like Sovellius will like walk over to Aegis and be like, "Thank you again for the drink. Did you hear any of that just now?"
He kinda takes his face out of his food. Here what?
Those two seem to have a lover's quarrel over some nervousness about the town being attacked, and the fact that you were accosted so close to town. I wonder if they're related.
Town being attacked. I mean, it would be somewhat of a good time. Festivals going on. Wouldn't be too easy to probably surprise things. Guards mostly being drunk. He's just rummaging through his head of how the city could be attacked for a moment, and he's like,
Tactical defense equations like showing up. That's my thought exactly. It's surprising. I mean, luckily there's going to be plenty doing feat of strength, so maybe they can chuck a log at them. But I'm gonna wonder how open people are. I think like Sovellius will like try to like walk over awkwardly, like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhearing something wrong in town. We've just gotten here. We'd rather not wake up to a cutthroat.
See, this is why I told you that we should stay at home, says the woman, to the man. She says, yes, I'm sorry you overheard that. It's none of your business. Obviously, I shouldn't have said that so loudly. My apologies.
It's fine. We tend to defend ourselves from bad luck every now and again, at least me and my other compatriot, but just curious if you knew what was going on, and it seemed that you were nervous. I didn't know if you were looking for any outside help or if the town was hiring any defense duties.
Well, I'm glad that you're ready, because we probably will be have to be ready for whatever comes. And the man beside her sighs and says, she's just crazy. You're making nothing out of you're making nothing out, or something out of nothing.
well, I mean, I was attacked by a band of people not far outside of town. So I mean, if they were larger in numbers at such a time in a smaller town like this, where there's, I mean, lots of things going on, people being drunk, distractions. I mean, I think the town could easily fall under some type of attack. Does she have any reason to believe it?
No, she doesn't. And she says, yes, I do. For one, it's been quite peaceful. And then suddenly bandits are showing up for some reason. And then most recently, most people haven't heard this, but there's been weird stuff happening in Phandalin apparently. And I have a friend in Waterdeep, and they have been saying that there have been strange sightings of these people, and so I think that, well, I thought that I should go talk to the governor about this, but he didn't listen to me. He also thinks I'm crazy.
Ah, I see. So you had already spoke with the governor, and he doesn't think there's any merit to what you're saying, then?
Yes, and all I want to do is I just want to go out to this mountain area and see if there's, I don't know, if there's anything strange going on or anything. Or if
What?
there's anybody on the road at night.
Well, I would be somewhat careful about that. I mean, again, if the group is more sizable than what I had seen, then I mean, I think the two of you could fall into some real danger.
While I'm a seasoned adventurer and a good fighter, but thank you. I mean, if the governor would just listen to me or lend me a few soldiers, I'd be able to do it, but...
What direction are these mountains in?
It's, eastwards. So you go down the hill, and instead of taking any of the roads in the fork, you just keep heading east.
Is it past the cave out there?
No, it's... Wait, what cave? There's a cave out there? I didn't know there was a cave out there.
Yeah, I was told of a cave out there in the mountains to the east.
Why don't
mean,
you just pull up a seat and we can, have a drink and talk about that? I totally forgot to introduce myself. I'm La-neen. She holds out her hand.
I leave him to shake it as I come grab my plate of food and picture veil.
As the man with her says, and I'm Kuth, and I'm tired, and I'm getting out of here before you drag me into a big discussion about treasure or people hiding in the hills again. And he storms out. Almost pushing Rowan out of the way.
Well, I'm Aegis.
I'm Sovellius, and I hate if this is too crass. How long have you two been married?
Why is that your business?
Just curious. It's a curious pairing.
About a decade. I know.
Good to know.
I know Kuth doesn't seem the nicest person, but he's just worried about me. He's worried I'm just gonna go and get myself killed.
As is the worry for most adventurers, but I mean, it's kind of a part of it.
I mean,
But yes,
he is a good husband and a good father, but he's not a fighter.
well, then I don't think he has much use in the conversation anyways, since doesn't believe it or think it holds any merit anyways. I don't imagine he'd have much input. But why do you think they're, what is it exactly we're wanting to look at in the hills? You think they may be people out there that want to attack the town?
I just, heard rumors. Maybe that's where the bandits are. That's all.
I mean, there's a cave out there. I mean, they could easily be held up in something of the sorts. And if the band of miscreants is large enough, I mean, honestly, this town isn't the biggest. It would take quite a sizable group to hold it, but I mean, it could definitely turn into a bandit outpost with the right opportunity to take it over.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, what's this about a cave?
Oh, I was just told that there was a cave out in the mountains that some people had went on adventures and found, and it was just something somebody was telling me that I might want to check out while I'm in the area.
Yeah, I believe. Well, did Sovellius overhear any of that conversation from before? I think he heard a little bit of it because he was in the bar.
Yeah.
I think like Sovellius is probably gonna be like, yeah, I think I heard some of that. I believe it was to the northwest, roughly. I don't know if we got the right direction. I think it was northwest, northwest. Couple days
Possibly.
journey by crow's flight. I think that's what it was.
Could have been. Not a good listener sometimes.
And yeah, I guess he'll
Well, that could be in the same area.
It's quite possible. So you were saying just some rumors, and have you seen people skulking about, or?
Well, I mean, there have been the rumor of bandits and stuff like that. And your friend
Those
was
definitely
attacked,
under
so...
rumor, yeah.
I mean, there's
found those.
a difference between highwaymen and preying on the innocent, or raiding an entire town.
Yeah, it would take quite an organization versus just a couple.
I mean,
highwaymen.
they back down 5 against 1 to you, so these are the ones raiding the town. They've got some steel in them.
Much merit.
But interesting. Well,
Well,
I mean,
you know what they say sometimes.
there are many sayings. What do they say?
She kind of sips her mug for a little bit and says, I hear it's warmer in the islands, which you realize is thieves' cant for... I understand the target is resting in this position. It's kind of like a code word.
Okay.
To see if either of you know what she's saying.
Well, that's not. I guess the islands would be warmer.
I think he'll be like, let's see. He's like, I've heard of Chult. The jungles do get quite warm there. And like he's gonna kind of like be like, so,
Jungles.
and like he's gonna be like, let's see, what does he say?
Aegis starts to, they're both off their fucking rocker.
It's like he'll be like, has the fauna is quite interesting, or was it the flora? I can't remember. And he's trying to like figure out if it's like an item for plant or like a body or human for fauna.
Oh, the fauna is quite lovely this time of year. But there's a certain one that I'm looking for.
Oh,
She says back.
do you need to head there in winter, or possibly the spring or summer when everything's a bit more lively?
Whichever means the soonest would be her answer.
Okay, he was leaning more towards dead or alive. How egregious is this target?
This is hard. Thieves' Cant is hard, man. I'm just
I
making
know.
this shit up.
We don't have to make it up. We can say it like out of character. Like
Okay.
they can have like a 30-minute long conversation and say four things if we want. But
I'm actually thinking about what I
We're
would
talking
say in
about the
Thieves' Cant.
mountains.
I saw a fun video about like a card game that people basically play poker and like they
Yeah.
like purposely deal different suits. So we can say like, would you like to sit down for a game of cards? And then
I'm just Googling stuff.
kinda-
and what-
don't, because like literally it's like learning a whole nother language. Like we can
Right,
just
okay.
say, so like Sovellius will kind of like try to get out of her like, how hostile is this? Is this a criminal? Is this someone that's an innocent?
Yeah.
Like where does this fall?
I think at like one point what she would do is because she would look at her friends, look at your friends, and notice Aegis is looking at you both a little weirdly, and she would possibly say, I mean, as long as you trust your friends, right? We can speak plainly.
Well, he wanted to find out first, like, am I like accidentally doing an assassination of like a poor like cow herder,
Yeah.
or is this like some bad dude that like deserves it?
Oh, she would basically somehow tell you that she is trying to rescue a friend who's been taken by these bandit people, basically. She's not trying to assassinate anybody, she's trying to rescue somebody.
Okay, yeah, that's a very different story.
Yeah.
So he would be like, I believe we could help each other.
As do I.
And here, come have a seat in the corner. And like I think they would like sit over here,
Okay.
and I'm guessing. Well, I'm just gonna say Sovellius at this point is in for a penny, in for a pound with the two new people, like the three new people, and because A, we're playing D&D together, and B, he's had a hell of a day, so he's gonna at least let Merchant in, and then if Aegis decides to hop along, he will.
Yeah.
What about me?
You're still reading. If you want to hop over, you fell out of the
Oh,
sky
yeah,
and like hopped into a tree. So like, he's the verdict's still out on you, but he sees that if you were able to survive that, he has some idea that like he's like, okay, this dude messed up a spell, somehow traveled across the plains, so he's got something in him.
I mean,
So-
La-neen would also like comment on that, be like, "What about your friend over there? Don't you want him to figure out what's also going on?"
I'm sure.
Edgar's gonna fly over and listen for me.
Okay.
Nice.
How do you spell her name?
Oh, I spelled it wrong. What am I doing?
Oh, by the time you guys get over to me, I'm not actually moving anymore. I'm just kind of like sitting, staring into space.
Yeah, I think you still register everything. You just can't move.
Oh yeah, I see and hear everything. I'm just
Sorry, I spelled her name wrong. It's La-neen. It's Linan.
painting a picture here of you
Where'd
guys
you
just
spell
sitting
that?
there with me with my hands on the table, just staring into the middle distance.
Heather, where was this spelled at?
What spell?
You said you spelled it.
Oh. I thought I hit enter. Sorry. La-neen. That's how it's spelled in the book. At least I think so. Unless I'm just spelling everything wrong today. Nope. Is your friend awake? And she, like, looks towards Merchant.
He's awake enough.
Okay.
He-
Actually, if Aegis, if you can and her switch spots, just in case he needs to read lips as well during this, it might be better if he has got a better view of her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like how everyone's like, is he dead
gonna s-
or...
Edgar is going to sit on top of Merchant.
I
Nice.
love this.
I love this so
On top
of my
much.
hat.
All
So
right.
yes, if you want to fill us in, we are for hire at times, or sometimes we need to get a good deed in.
Well,
Wait, we're not going to the jungles or the islands, are we?
No, it's fine.
Oh God.
Maybe
no.
one day, I would love to delve into some of those temples.
Hmm.
No. The only thing I need is I need to save my friend. Well, more my contacts here in Greenest, who was captured a few weeks ago by these bandits or mercenaries. I'm not sure.
And this
A
target
rescue.
is
Hmm.
so an informant of some sort. I'm assuming you working for someone or for yourself, or just general trust among those.
Well, he is a contact for the Harpers, and well, I mean, I don't really know who to trust here in this town.
You said the Harpers?
Yes, the group that helps the many kingdoms find out certain things about groups or members.
I see. And how large is this group?
Well, large enough to be on the councils, so I think that'd be large enough.
And this
Likely
person-
he. Sorry, go ahead.
and this person we may possibly be rescuing is of importance to them.
Very much so. He's been portraying a member of this group, trying to figure out the reasons for attacking merchants and robbing them and, killing many people. And he and I had been sending each other letters, and he would let us know when that group was going to attack the town next. But I haven't heard from him in a month, and I found out recently that they could be hiding very close near to us and going to attack us in the next couple of days during the festival. I've talked to the governor here, and he doesn't believe me. Even with an official letter from the government. I could I mean, even with an official letter from the government, I could tell him, but I can't blow my cover, and I can't blow Leoson's as well.
May I see that letter?
Well, I don't have it.
Oh, you left it with the governor?
No, I was saying as an example. I
Oh.
was saying as an example out of character. I was saying as an example with an official letter, she could
Oh,
be
I'm
like,
sorry.
hey, we need to go after these cultist people or these bandits or whatever. But she can't do that. She can't send a letter to Waterdeep and ask for that. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. No, that's my fault.
No, that's okay.
I'm having Sovellius is like super on guard, and he's like, okay, this is good. We can help people, or we can lead someone to get murdered if she just needs to find someone. So he's like trying to like weigh, like get like a vibe check off of her, but like not like he was like hoping to like be like, oh, this is definitely a forgery, but
So your
Yeah.
organization would be very grateful to the people who undertook this seemingly very difficult and dangerous task of rescuing their person.
Of course.
And you would be sure to tell them the names of the people who done such.
Well, I know Leosin would be very grateful. And you would possibly be able to even get a favor from him. I know that's a high remark in his standing.
Nice. But if we wait until they attack the town and then successfully defeat them, we would also be heroes in the eyes of the governor and the whole town.
Yes, but if you wait that long, Leosin will have told them all of our plans and be dead.
Also, an ounce of prevention is worth at least a pound of cure. So it would probably be best to not have any casualties from a raid.
I mean, if you don't want to go
that would be
after them...
true.
I mean, if you don't want to go after them yourself, then... That's fine. I can do it myself.
Edgar's gonna start going, shiny? Shiny?
Fellas gives like a very slight thumbs up to Rowan behind him.
Well, I don't have much gold, but I know Leosin would be able to ask the Harpers for a reward to be given to you. As is if he survives.
Understandable. We usually have our own finder's fee, you know, find something useful. Sometimes it stays with us.
Plus,
But-
this could help you as well. You know, get your foot in the door.
Understandable. And so you were discussing locations. So when was the last time you had spoke? You said it was about a month?
A month ago.
Okay. And where is the activity usually seen?
Usually along the roads. Let's see. I think switching to the map for this would be really good.
Okay.
So, you guys are currently in Greenest. She was saying that they're probably hiding here, and that the last time she spoke with Leosin was a month ago, so that would have been possibly like around this area. So Leosin last seen. Oh, that doesn't work. I need to type. I mean, I can also write this down, which helps as well.
And then the mountains you wanted to investigate was the Sunset Mountains over there to the east?
Yeah. Just the base, like, area, which is a bunch of hills and, like, very, like, kind of like valley type, stuff. I don't know why right now my mind is going to, like, Final Fantasy IX, where there's, like, a bunch of plateaus that you can climb. You have really good gear, that sort of stuff.
So I immediately went to like Goku versus Vegeta, like out on all the spires.
Yeah. And then Leosin was last seen over here up north.
Then crime and highwaymen seem to be happening all along the trail. You've heard report from Scornable and Burdusk
Well, luckily they haven't attacked Berdusk, but I have heard of, I heard that Easting was actually attacked recently.
So that would track. Is there anything in here that the town would want, that they would want from this town? We heard rumors of a founding of a rogue. Actually, would Sovellius know any rumors, or like is that like a tale long told between like thieves?
I mean, yeah, you would probably know, like, that there was, like, just this great, I don't know, like, urban legend or something like that. But there's a lot of urban legends about different thieves, of course.
And that's half the reason he became one.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what
dungeon
just happened.
delver,
My
artifact finder.
Yeah, sorry, my nose just like, I don't know what happened. It was like the air pressure dropped in my room or something. That was weird.
Alright, so the Eastern Hills. Aegis, what did you hear from the barkeep? That there was a cave out there as well?
Yeah, I was told there was a cave out to the mountains in the east. And something I was kind of slightly reluctant to exactly share, but apparently there is a temple deep in the cave that if there's some type of organization that is larger, could definitely be dwelling there.
There was like a twitch that Sovellius had as soon as you guys were in civilization. As soon as he hears about like a deep, dark temple like underneath a cave, like that twitch stops. Like he wants to be in his element. It's like interesting. So east it is. I think that should be where we start.
Well, we
Merchant,
can't...
you can agree to it in the morning.
The morning, says La-neen. She says we can go right now, can't we?
I mean, I'd rather not try to attack them in the middle of the night when they're likely most active.
I mean, we could always
Well,
just go get surveillance. Plus, they wouldn't expect it.
How many days' journey is it to the mountains?
So I haven't gotten the measurement right, but if you're taking your wagon with a horse, if I got this right, you can go about 30 miles per day.
Oh my god, that's it?
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
normal pace. You can like push on past, but then you start getting real tired.
Yeah. So let's see.
I can go 13 miles in an hour on my horse.
Okay, this mapping is this mapping right?
Well, that horse also has like no physical body.
Yeah, that's also true.
I feel like this is not right, but maybe that's just me because it says it's like 145 miles to the freaking mountains. That's insane.
Few days. That's assuming you travel for 8 hours a day, and if you're on road, you can usually get better time.
Yeah, I mean they might. I know a bunch of like the older modules. I don't know about 5e, but like they expect like, oh, you're gonna have to camp for 3 or 4 days, and like it's like a first level adventure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean the scale in the tavern I know is off because it's like a 60-foot table.
Oh, I know
But-
why. Because I'm silly. Because I'm looking it up. So the topography on the map or whatever, each line on here is supposed to be a rolling hill.
Yeah, usually.
Which I didn't realize. So that means that the like Eastern Hill area I'm talking about is probably like 2 or 3 days away. Not like 6 or
Okay.
7 like I'm staring at right now. That's my fault.
You're good.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really helpful if you find a lot of people have already made hex maps
Mhm.
usually, and like hexes tend to be like that 25 or like 30 mile,
Yeah.
so you can kind of just like count the hexes. I did that for the other day.
Yeah,
It
that kind of
saved me so much time.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that from now on. But
So if
oh, go ahead.
no, he was like Smells was just gonna say in characters like, well, if it's that far away and they're planning attack on the what do you call it, on the festival, he would be like, well, we could try to cut them off in the pass in like an open clearing, but if they're gonna attack there in this, they're already on their way or already here. Or we can adjust the timeline if that was not the case.
No, they're
For-
definitely not on their way type of situation.
No, that's fine.
Or I mean, at least that's what she thinks. Because she says, I mean, I don't think that they're on their way yet, because there would be signs of it, of course.
That's true. And this festival's what, at least a week, maybe 2 weeks long?
Usually a week.
Yeah, so there's plenty of time for them to come attack here. So yeah, maybe we can start heading out first thing in the morning. If they have spies here or people watching, it might not be good that a group of adventurers came in, paid for a night, and then immediately left as soon as we bumped into you. So
I guess that's
might be
true.
best if we get a night's sleep. And
But if it helps, Arania's the only one who saw us, and I know she wouldn't say anything.
you sure about that?
Yes, I pay her to keep her mouth shut.
Good to know. What about the child? He seemed to have sticky fingers. Stable boy.
Oh, he's just curious.
Oh, speaking of, be on the lookout for fires. I did pay him in a bottle rocket. So, just to let you know about that.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome. Just saying, you're worried about the safety of the town and might have accidentally gave an arsonist a tool.
Oh, he's not that dangerous. I mean, he's only 10.
Okay, well, I mean...
Well, I can always wait until tomorrow anyways to talk to the governor.
Still say first thing in the morning, because, like, about how late is it now? Is it, like, 1 a.m. or something, or, like, 10?
It's, I'll say it's been, like, at least, you know, a few hours, so, like, at least 2 or 3, so I'll say it's, like, maybe 9:30, 10.
I mean, Sovellius is going to push for, like, leaving first thing in the morning. He understands the urgency, but he also doesn't want to see his people get, like this group get ambushed in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, she's saying what she can do is she can go talk to the mayor before she meets you in the morning. That's what she wants.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah. Mayor, can meet you at the gates. Or, not the gates, there's no gates, this is such a small town. I can meet you in the front of town if you'd like.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Well, I hope you have a good night, and Leosin would be proud to know that there's brave adventurers out there still. And she heads out of the inn, and closes the door with my god, my neighbors are so weird. So she she heads out, and Arania comes over and says, "Do you need a refill?"
No, I think I'll be heading to bed soon. I appreciate it, though.
Same here.
Yes, please.
Oh, yes. What are you reading?
Spellbook.
Oh, that's lovely. Are you really interested in magic?
Say that.
Well, if you're ever interested, there's a school in Waterdeep that you can try to apply to.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll go get you some more tea. And she heads off to the back to pour on another kettle as Aegis and oh my goodness, sorry, big stretch at the wrong moment. As Aegis and Sovellius, you step into your nice but small but comfy little inn rooms. They don't have locks on your side though.
They do when I have a padlock
Or
with me.
they don't have like locks in
And
general,
chain.
so there's like the basic like put like the wooden bar in if you want.
Yeah, I think Sovellius does the wooden bar there, and he like finds a way to like prop close the window if there is one, and then goes to sleep knowing a giant metal man is watching the easy entrance. So he sleeps pretty well.
Awesome. And Rowan, you are. How long are you staying up, Rowan?
I literally don't sleep.
Oh, ever?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't need it.
Okay, fine. You are both sleeping. As you are just served more tea until at like about 11:30 at night. Irene says, just so you know, I can't close the bar until everyone leaves, and I don't think I can move your friend. He's quite heavy. And she points to like the very large mechanical warforged person.
I assure you won't do anything wrong. I'll keep an eye on him.
I mean, that's probably true, but I can't let anyone, you know, I'm not calling you thieves or anything. I just, you know, you did have inn rooms that your friends paid for.
In our defense, we never actually asked them for those rooms. I understand what you mean. I can't get him to move. We just met today. I'll go stay in a room though.
Sure, that's fine. I mean, I can probably trust you. If you want, I can leave you one more pot of tea.
That would be wonderful. Greatly appreciated.
Well, good night. What was your name again?
My name's Rowan.
Nice to meet you, Rowan.
Nice to meet you.
Oh.
Nice to meet you.
You as well. And she heads off into the back, upstairs, to bed. And you study your spellbook as it is just oddly quiet with the crackling, and there's just a soulless, I don't know if soulless is the right word, totally slightly still Warforged alone with you. And I think that is where we will end it tonight.